Please welcome to the stage the Executive Director of the Anti-Violence Project, Beverly Tillery.
Good evening. I knew I was coming after the governor, but I did not know I was coming after that. It's quite a night. I'm extremely happy to be here celebrating the Pride Agenda's 25th anniversary, and I'm looking forward to working with the Pride Agenda as the new Executive Director of the New York City Anti-Violence Project. We're an organization working to empower LGBTQ and HIV-affected communities and allies to end all forms of violence through organizing, education, and supporting survivors through counseling, legal services, and advocacy. I come to AVP having devoted my career to fighting all forms of oppression and working for social and economic justice, civil and human rights, through organizing, political advocacy, and popular education. And like all of you here, justice for LGBTQ people has been a big part of my life's work. I started at AVP last week. So I'm especially honored to have this chance to talk about some of the work the Pride Agenda and AVP have done in partnership, and to introduce one of AVP's fabulous staff members. 2 decades ago, the Empire State Pride Agenda joined a group of passionate advocates to form what is now the New York State Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, and Transgender Health and Human Services Network. The network was founded on the premise of advocating for public funding for LGBT health and human services. This coalition of 54 nonprofit agencies and organizations, of which AVP is a proud member, provides services addressing the diverse healthcare needs of 1.5 million LGBT New Yorkers and their families across the state. Over the past 20 years, the network has advocated for and received tens of millions of dollars from the government, and it remains the only LGBT-specific health and human services in the country that is attached to such funding. The network remains a crucial resource to organizations throughout the state who dedicate their time to serving the diverse needs of our community throughout all 62 counties of New York. While marriage equality is law everywhere, it's crucial to remember that LGBT people still face a great deal of discrimination, especially anti-LGBTQ violence. Anti-LGBTQ violence is especially impacting transgender people of color. This year alone, nationally, we've documented the homicides of 22 transgender and gender nonconforming people in the United States, most of whom are trans women of color. While the current funds are necessary for fostering and affirming safer communities, it's important to increase resources for projects that are specifically geared towards anti-violence and emergency housing programs which can increase the safety for LGBTQ survivors of violence. Whether it's an LGBT community center, a support group, a doctor's office, or a group that's doing leadership development for trans women of color, the network's organizations are working collectively to improve the health and safety of all LGBTQ individuals in all corners of the state. Give it up for the network. So now, it's my pleasure to introduce an extraordinary individual to the stage. AVP's community organizer, Lala Zanel.